Hello, welcome back. First of all, guys, I just want to say a big thank you because I just looked at my analytics and I have 100 subscribers. Oh my God. 120 hours, 28 hours of watch time as well. Whoop, whoop. Can I get a whoop, whoop? I'm so happy. How good. Well, let's chitty chat about something. Today, I saw such a good video about, like things about men. Now, let's just preference. This video ain't about hating men. We are not hating men because we need the yin and the yang. We need men just as much as they need us. Obviously, we are the divine power. We are the energy source. And men are low-key draining, I will have to say. They do plug into us and take a lot. So that's why you've always got to pour a lot into yourself because they all be taken. They all be taken. But also they can pour into you as well if you find the right one. If you find the right one. So today let's talk about some things with men. And these are kind of basically things that I will never tolerate in a relationship again, as if you've seen in some of my previous videos, me talking about the toxic guy that I dated. And you know what? I don't regret it. And I'm going to do a video next about regret. And I don't regret it at all. It happened and I'm not bitter. This is just about me learning some self-respect, which we all need. And self-respect is self-love in a different form. So let's talk about it. I'm going to share some 5 boundaries that I know I will live by when it comes to dating and relationships, and something that I found within myself. First of all, no, this is not even like part of the 5, but know your worth. Okay? You genuinely need to know your worth. You need to know that, 1, there's an abundance of good, amazing people out there, and one thing that one guy won't do is another thing that another guy will do. So on my birthday is next week. I'm going to do a little vlog. I am running 29Ks for the 29th birthday, baby. Anyway, I am seeing this guy and he's like planned. So I was like, I really want to go to this water park. Booked it straight away. And then he booked me a dinner to obviously take me out on my birthday, which is cute. So don't know what's going to happen. But the guy that I was previously seeing this time last year, I was in a different country, to be fair. But we were like talking on the phone because we used to talk on the phone like every day. And he was like, oh, your birthday's in like next week. So he knew the date of my birthday. He knew when it was. I remember, yeah, it is. Come the day of my birthday, not a single message, not even a hey, how are you that day? Nothing. I heard nothing from him. So I waited all day. It ruined my whole day up until about 6 o'clock. I finally messaged him. I said, hey, do you want to call? And he's like, yep. And then we were talking for like half an hour. I was like, you know, it's my birthday today. And he goes, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I just don't really even look at the days. I know he didn't forget because this motherfucker, I'm going to swear on this actually, didn't even say Merry Christmas to me because we'd spent like a week and a half together in this we went up north together. We hired a camper, far north Queensland in Australia. And we flew over from the other state. So we flew from the other side of the country, and Australia is just as big as the US. So flying to the other side of the US basically. And we got in this caravan and yeah, we had this beautiful week together. I wrote him this stunning letter basically because I knew it was going to be our last time seeing each other because I was going traveling after that. And I just said, I'm grateful for like meeting you. Thank you so much. Like, you know, thanks for like our time together. And then a week later, it was Christmas. He could not even send me he didn't even speak to me for a whole week. It wasn't until I finally spoke to him 5 days after Christmas. And he didn't even say Merry Christmas to me. And then I realized when I started to do my due diligence on, is that how to say that word? I might have said it wrong. On narcissists. And apparently narcissists will ruin your birthdays, Christmas, any special kind of occasion, they want to ruin that day for you. And he did. He did a really good job on both days. He absolutely ruined them. My heart was like broken that I couldn't even get a Merry Christmas, I hope you have a lovely day, and a happy birthday. Or like, I didn't even really even get a happy birthday. He just went, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot. I just didn't look at the dates. And that was it. Anyway, so where I'm coming with this is, if one guy won't, another fucking will. Trust me, another guy will. There will be other men out there that would do it for you, and that would be kind and caring. And you know what? So this is basically what my list is about. It's about, yeah, like, it's not hating on men. It's just about letting people show you their true colors through their actions and over their words, because I have fallen in love with so much potential in my life. So much like, yeah, I'm going to do this and this and this and this. It's like, I'm so sick of hearing what you're going to do. How about you just do the freaking action? Oh my God, it's like so freaking boring to me when people go on and on about what they're going to do rather than just doing the thing. So yeah, I'm all about just watching your actions and see if they align with me. Here is the first thing. Is giving people space. When you're dating a guy, you need to give him so much space. Or even if he's your boyfriend, or if you just let them do what they go. You want to go with your friends all weekend? Go. I don't care. I don't care what you do. You want to like go away to Thailand for 2 weeks with the boys? Go. I don't care. Just go. And it's not like a, get away from me. It's more of a, you have your own life, your own dependence. That's one. Two is their actions will show. If he goes to Thailand and he wants to call me every 3 days or 2 days or whatever, it doesn't really matter. His actions will show. And I'll be like, okay, he cares about me. Oh, he's updating me about, what he's up to and da-da-da-da. But if he doesn't speak to me for a whole week while he's in Thailand, to be fair, this is like not a good example because I would probably not speak to him for a week. No, I'm not that mean at all. If they wanted to, they would. And yeah, if he is like, and then doesn't call you until he lands, that guy doesn't care about you. He's been doing other things with other girls, or he's been out doing whatever. Some people, I can say, when I am on holiday, I am not on my phone. It's the first time ever. Like, as soon as I'm on my phone 24/7, but as soon as I'm on holiday, I don't want to look at my phone. But even the other day, I went away for like 4 days, and I actually thought I was going to be off my phone most of that time, which I was. Then there was a part of me that was a little bit addicted to my phone. And yeah, I called the guy I was seeing because, he was going for a little bit of a rough time as well. And so I just wanted to check up on him. And yeah, and it didn't feel heavy to me, whereas usually like in the past I would like not even be calling boyfriends. So if you want to, they will. But anyway, you got to give them space. You got to let them do their thing. You got to let them miss you. You don't need to see each other every single day. You don't need to be nagging and carrying on and whatever. Just give them space. Men fall in love with you when there's space between you, to desire you, to want you. If you're up in their grill, messaging them, texting them all the time, you go, what's up? Like, they are just not about it. When a guy does anything, when a guy does anything, when they breathe, when they do anything to disrespect you, cross your boundaries, cross something that you feel like is like doesn't feel right to you, don't say anything. Just think, my man wouldn't do that. You just got to walk away and know your worth. If they're being horrible to you, or like, here's a classic example. They are not, attentive with you in terms of the fact that they're just like, they might, start texting you for a couple of days and then they just kind of like ghost you for like a few and then you hear from them again. Sorry, but my man wouldn't. Like, my man wouldn't do that. My man would be consistent, be communicating, be telling me what's up. Like, if he was busy and he was like, oh, hey, I'm not going to be able to message you today because I'm going to be super busy, or just updating me at the end of the day, being like, I'm so sorry, I've been so busy all day. I'm sorry I didn't text you. That's communication. It takes 10 seconds. And a guy doesn't want to do that with you. Sorry, but my man wouldn't. And I'm not saying like the guy that I'm seeing wouldn't. I'm saying like my man, the one that I have a picture in my mind who I'm going to marry and be with forever, he wouldn't. He wouldn't do that to me. Sorry. And that's what I walk away with, that energy of just being like, sometimes I've been on dates with guys and like just something just doesn't feel right, or their values don't feel right to me, or they've crossed a boundary, or they've said something that just didn't like sit with me. And I just think, I'm not even going to waste my time here. And because one, my man wouldn't. My man just wouldn't. I wouldn't have to even think twice. Now, this is going to bleed into another thing though. Do not argue. Don't chase. Don't beg for basic respect. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why? Because my man wouldn't. Your man wouldn't. They wouldn't. You don't need to be arguing with somebody about how they need to treat you. You just walk away and you go, my man wouldn't. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, it kind of bleeds into each other. But do not argue about anything with them. Communicate with them and let them know, hey, I just want to let you know that thing you did, I actually didn't like that. And yeah, I just want to let you know that's not how I roll. If they run with the whole, oh, it's a joke thing, I'm almost going to be like, my man wouldn't. But let them rise up. If this is all information, you're gathering information from them. You're watching, you're observing their actions, and just observe. That's all I'm saying. Especially when you first start meeting somebody and you're starting to date them, in the first 3 to 6 months, observe. If they want to treat you like shit, if they don't want to text you back, if they want to do all these, weird little things, I'm observing. Because why? My man wouldn't. And I know my worth. And I know that my man wouldn't treat me like that. My husband, my future, whatever he is, he just wouldn't. So that's how I see it. And also when you're like, I don't know, not going to argue with them about something. And if they're going to try argue, first of all, they're toxic. And nobody wins by arguing. I'm not going to resolve anything with you if we're going to be arguing. I want to be with an adult. I want to be with someone who's emotionally intelligent. I want to be with somebody that I can sit down, have a conversation with. And when I say how I feel about something in a very calm manner, to give them time to respond, and they react with defensiveness, which the guy that I used to see would be, like, I remember one time I was just trying to understand why he was just being so, I don't know, just like aggressive and mean. And I came into the room and I sat at the end of the bed and I said, hey, look, just wanted to talk with you because I don't feel like that's how we should talk to each other. Like, I don't do that personally. I don't try and argue like that. He deflected everything on me, made me out to be the bad person. So somehow I was saying sorry in the end, and then continued to call me a narcissist after that for expressing my feelings. And then when I heard he moved on very swiftly and quickly to a new girl, he did the exact same thing to her. And then I was like, okay, well, this is just like 2 out of 2. This man has like narcissistic tendencies. Like, this is just him. Good luck to him. I think he's probably doing the same to another girl. I feel sorry for anybody that has to date him. But yeah, no arguing, no chasing, because why? My man wouldn't. And what you need to clock and what you need to watch is consistency. Are they showing up when they say they will? Are they following through with plans? Are they wanting to see you? Are they making time for you in their life to see you? That's consistency. Are they messaging you to want to hang out? They don't have to message you every day. They don't have to see you every day. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but are they consistent in their energy, and does it stay the same? Or are they in and out, in and out, in and out? You don't know where you guys stand. He's off one week doing this, then he's back another week, and it's just like, it's too much. It feels like this. You know when it feels like this. If it feels like that, that's not consistency. Is the communication clear? Can you guys sit down and have a conversation or have a hard conversation? I haven't yet, because me and the guy that we're seeing, it's very early days. We haven't sat there and had a hard conversation yet. We haven't, jumped that hurdle of having something hard happen between us that we need to both work it out as a team. So it'll be very interesting once that happens, because I'm sure I'll make a YouTube on it. And clarity, like you kind of just know where it's at, I think I know very clearly where me and this guy are at and what we want. And I just said to him, let's just take it slow. Just real slow. And, this weekend I just felt like being by myself and having my time to myself, because I think I'm better if I'm recharged and in my own energy. And I think that's really healthy, and I could feel it in my body, and I was almost going to go against it and go see him, but then I was like, no, I think I'm going to resent him for the way that I currently feel, which means I need to go and fill my cup. So I don't want to feel like empty while I'm around him. So I went and did the things that were going to make me full. Worked on my business, got sleep, trained all weekend, saw friends, and now I feel great. So now I'm excited to see him on Wednesday. It'll be like a long time since we've seen each other, but it's kind of nice. Like I said, I want to take it really, really slow. I think also another thing is that I remember when I was dating the guy that I was seeing, and this is a big one, is mutual support and emotional safety is a non-negotiable. Because, do you know what the weirdest thing is? It's the guy that I was seeing before this. He never asked me one thing about my job, about my content creation, about what I do. I asked him loads of questions about his work and was interested about, how it worked and everything. Not one. He saw thousands of packages turning up every day because I'm a content creator. I'm a UGC creator, and obviously I create ads for brands. So he never even asked me, can I see any of your ads? Or do you need help with that? Or do you, because, okay, you're probably like, oh, how did he see all these packages turn up? I used to get them sent to his house because he lived with my best mate. And so I would stay there quite a lot. And I didn't have an address at the time because I was kind of going back and forth from Asia. And he never once. He never goes, oh, like what brands are you with? I showed him like one brand. He's like, oh, that's, and he had to, he just had to force it out of himself. He's like, oh my God, yeah, that's amazing that you've, because I brought it up about a week before. I said, you've never really asked me anything about my work. And then he was like, oh, the brand was called, quite a big brand in Australia, which does like meal preps. So he knows who they are. He's like, sends me this text message. He goes, oh, that's amazing. And I could just feel the fakeness behind it. And then I mentioned it again, like maybe a couple of weeks later after that. And he goes, yes, I did. I sent you a text and said that that's so cool that you're like with that brand. That was it. That was all I was allowed, was that one text. It was never anything else. It was a weird thing. Whereas this guy that I'm currently seeing, I feel so comfortable to send him my content, my videos. He is so supportive. And he really likes I hope he likes my content. He's really supportive on the things that I'm doing. and the world that I'm in. And I said, well, it is my world. Like, content creation is my world. It's everything that I want to be and do, and I genuinely love it. I get to wake up and do everything that I want to every day, which is this. I get to talk on camera every day, and I know it's like scary for some people, but I love it, and I'm happy to be here. And the fact that he supports that makes me even happier. So yeah, you need to have somebody that like supports your goals, that supports the things that you care about, your values or your boundaries, and that is going to turn into emotional safety. Like, I never once felt emotionally safe around the guy that I was seeing, because I never opened up or said I had a bad day or tried to lean on him for anything. I recently, a couple of weeks ago, messaged this guy that I was seeing, and I was like, oh, hey, like, I'm having a bit of a, bad time. There's like a few things going on in my life at the moment. I just want to let you know, I'm just going to step back for a couple of days. I don't want to like think that I'm going cold on you, but I just want to communicate to you that this is where I'm at. He's like, oh, if you really want to talk about it, like, let me know. And you know what? I was like, okay, I'm just going to open up the conversation and see what he does with this. So I sent him a voice note, let him know what was going on. And his emotional response to that was was just stoic. Is that the word? Yeah. And then, and I didn't expect much. I wasn't asking him to like fix anything, and he wasn't trying to get it and go into fix me mode either, which was really lovely. And then a couple of days later, I was about to go leave on this holiday for 5 days, so I wasn't going to see him, and I hadn't seen him in a while. And he was like, oh, hey, do you want to meet up and go out for dinner and give you a hug, because I know that you need one? Yeah, I do need a hug, actually. And to be honest, we didn't even talk about anything at dinner. I was in a really silly mood that day. I just had a toy car, and we were like playing with my toy car, and like we went out for dinner and we were having a good laugh, and it was actually a beautiful afternoon. I watched the sunset. I like watched his face while the sunset was behind him, and we're at this restaurant, and it was just like, yeah, we just sat there and talked, and it was really lovely. But I knew that in that moment he could be there and turn up for me. Even if I maybe had gone to that dinner and been like, oh yes, everything's terrible. I didn't, obviously, because I think very, very positively, and everything's going to be okay. It will always be okay. But to know that he is there if I need him, it was like a little bit of a tick for me. Baby steps though, baby steps. And I just want to let you know that this conversation is about choosing peace over chaos. We don't want to be with chaotic people. We don't want to be with people that are in and out, up and down, avoidant. Ugh, get away, because guess what? My man wouldn't. My man is not an avoidant. He's a secure attachment. He's a person that will communicate, give me clarity, be consistent. And I'm not saying this guy that I'm seeing is my man. I'm talking about the idea that I have in my head with the person that I want to be with together. That's my man. That is my man. And he has the same values as me, and he'll treat me exactly how I would treat him, with fucking respect, because that's what it is. And I remember, so my relationship about a year ago that I was with for about 1.5 years. Oh my God, it must be longer than that now. 1.5 years ago. He was the most respectful boyfriend I've ever been with. I remember one time I was being a little brat, and he literally checked me straight up and goes, come correct, like, sort of thing, and was just like, I don't speak to you like that. I don't want to be with somebody he's like, I want to be in an adult relationship. So if you want to speak to me about something, you need to calm down and then come to me and talk to me about it. But don't come with this attitude when you come speaking to me. Whew! I was like, oh my God, this guy just fully put me in my place. And it was needed. It was like the first time I'd ever been like told, like, no, you're not going to speak to me like that. And you're not going to be a brat, and you're not going to be like this. And from that moment forward, I was like, okay, so this is what a respectful, loving relationship is like. This is what you do. And this is about, and that was his boundary. And I absolutely did respect that boundary. And I don't think we ever fought. I don't think we ever had a fight. No. It was just that one time that I like blew up about something and he was just like, come correct. And so that's another thing actually, is like when when somebody like crosses your boundary or whatever, give them time to rise up to the occasion and be, to your boundary. But you let them know, come correct. Like, I'm sorry, I will not put up with that. And this is just my boundary and this is just how I am. And I'm not coming at it with a defensiveness. I'm just telling you that I don't like this and I don't want it crossed. So come correct next time. And watch them. Like I said, observe, observe, observe. If they want to not show up and do the things, let them. And let them go, because that is not your man. Do you understand? So anyway, thank you so much for this conversation. Hope to see you next time. Bye.